Well, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for News of the Squared.
Yay!
I'm clapping my hands, all right.
Yeah, you know.
Well, these
Yeah,
pre-shows,
yeah.
man. Too bad we can't,
Well, you know, we usually go in res for Squares of the Roundtable podcast. We did this week.
Dude to the square.
Yeah. Well, we are on News of the Square. We're not doing the other one.
This is a side hustle.
This is the side hustle.
Yes.
Although it was funny today. It was funny because Mike tried to keep doing the intro, and he was like, and I'd say something, and he'd have to restart, and I have to say something. I'd say something again. It took us like 5 times
because we are professional AF.
Yes,
professional.
Yeah, more like AF than professional, but okay.
Yeah. So, you know, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands for Ivan Rivera. If you're happy and you know it, and
Have
you're
that
real,
happen.
yeah, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands for Mike Boyle.
Hey!
Yay!
And if you're happy and you know it, and you really, really show it, say you're happy and you know it for Mike Edwin, our intern.
All right.
There you go.
Clap your hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot forget to give the biggest clap to our biggest fan. That's right, Mr. Jeff Stein.
The Bajoran clap.
Mahjong clap. Mahjong clap? Is that like a half clap?
Kind of, sort of.
As long as it's not a one-handed clap, because then it sounds like something else. Anyway.
Crazy news stories you can find on our Facebook page, starting with this one from Time Magazine. A politician...
Yeah, we're going back.
Yeah, we're going back a couple weeks because we're making up for lost time here.
Well, not only that, we're going back in time. This is an older one, just so people are aware of it. But this was too funny. I had to post it,
Okay, I got something to add to the News of the Square today that I think you'll find very entertaining. While you guys go ahead and talk, I'm going to do a little something, and I'll be right with you.
Okay. Okay. Good talking to you, Ivan. This Australian politician was asked about same-sex marriage and quickly changed the topic to crocodile attacks. Now, a veteran Australian lawmaker has been widely mocked on Twitter after an interview in which he bizarrely segued from welcoming the country's vote on gay marriage to complaining about the prevalence of crocodile attacks in his constituency. Speaking of claps, Bob Catter, who campaigned to resist changing the same-sex marriage law in the counties...
Wait, stop. His name is Bob Catter?
Yes. Bob Catter. Katter. Catter.
Bob Catter. He's complaining about... never mind. Okay, leave alone. Okay, keep going.
Mr. Jeff.
He campaigned to resist changing the same-sex marriage law in the country's referendum last Wednesday, appeared to soften his tone in the wake of the country's overwhelming vote to legalize gay marriage. Hey. He says, I mean, you know, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities. Let there be 1,000 blossoms blossom as far as I'm concerned, he said at a press conference in an upbeat tone. But suddenly he became serious, brow furrowing. But I ain't spending any time on it, he growled, because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in northern Queensland. Now, I'm not speaking an Australian accent because it sounds more fun as a non-Australian. This is from Insider's ABC Twitter account. In case you missed it, here's Bob Catter's alternate view of the hashtag same-sex marriage debate. But in the clip, shared thousands of times, cuts back to an ABC News studio. So we should put the whole country on hold until we sort out that particular problem, one anchor said. He makes a very compelling point, joked another. Australian government data now shows 11 people have been killed by crocodiles in Queensland since 1985.
Interesting.
11 people.
Well, you know, he's all about the snapper.
Yeah.
I'm a guess.
Catter's about the snapper. It's okay.
You know, the funny part is,
oh, good.
The funny part is that we know nothing about northern Queensland in terms of Australia. So for all we know, They could have lots of gators. We have no fucking clue.
But it's been
You
35 years and like 15 people have died, and he's making it some
I understand.
He sidebarred the whole thing because he didn't want to talk about it.
Why not just say, like, koala bear attack? You have a better shot, right?
Oi, the koala bears are talking.
Yeah, something
Bigger
like
story
that.
than
Kangaroo.
Mikey!
Crikey.
Or ruse. I mean, we've seen some of the, like, you've seen those videos where, like, the kangaroo goes after people and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they do. They do
Those
have.
kangaroos, they do.
And I thought kangaroo boxing was quite a popular thing once.
at one point it was, I believe it's very, very illegal at this point.
Yeah.
But there's there's the one video that's been out there forever, the one where the kangaroo's got the dog around like a horse collar around the neck, and like the guy runs out of his truck and basically pops the kangaroo like straight in the face with
I did see that. I did see that.
With a right cross, and the kangaroo immediately goes into like he's gonna get into a fight with the guy, and it doesn't happen. But it's funny because there's a lot of PETA groups that are like, oh, he shouldn't have done that. It's like, yeah, what about the dog? Dude, it's your dog. I mean, anyway, yeah, like I said, yeah, but the point being is, odds are of a kangaroo attack over a crocodile attack probably are really much higher. It's
definitely not likely. So, no, I don't think so.
okay. So, also, this is an exclusive. The exclusive from Sci-Fi Wire. I don't know what the hell I'm making up music for.
Oh, no, hell.
Resident Aliens illustrated intros are IKEA instruction manuals for extraterrestrials.
And they're illustrated just like they come out of the... I built a couple IKEA things in my time, and yeah, that looks about right.
Okay. In the unlikely event of a UFO crash...
the college furniture of choice.
If I want... You know what? If I wanted... IKEA is just fucking Jenga for older people.
Jenga for older people? What do you mean by that?
Because it's like, you have to put all this shit together. It's in 50 million pieces. You gotta figure out where all the freaking pieces go. I mean, it just feels like you're playing Jenga or some shit like that. You know?
You're right, because, I did have one of their album cabinets once upon a time. And it held up okay until my apartment flooded, and then
press board, yeah.
All the press board soaked it up like a sponge, man.
Yep.
Just turned everything to powder. I'm like, okay then.
Yeah.
People fucking love that that store.
They love that
man. I mean,
because it is shit.
I don't think they've opened the restaurant yet at our IKEA, the one in Schaumburg. I don't think they've.
The one
I don't know.
It's meatballs.
Now that were supposedly originally horse meat. I don't know.
Really? Ooh.
They went to the same stigma as White Castle, because everybody was contesting that White Castle used horse meat because of the fact that it was designated from the 5 holes that were in the pants.
A friend once told me White Castle is the only food that smells the same going in as it does going out.
I don't know. I would question that. So anyway, so it says to say that Dr. Harry von Spiegel of Sci-Fi's Resident Alien doesn't understand human behavior would be a gross understatement. The titular extraterrestrial, whose form just so happens to look like Alan Tudyk, is completely out of his depth when it comes to grasping our earthly idiosyncrasies. This is not written for people to read out loud. This comedic premise, a cosmic traveler attempting to learn how to emulate a native species, is what inspired Ben Hannaberry of Huge Designs in London to come up with a pitch-perfect manual aesthetic for the opening titles of each episode that depicts the do's and don'ts of bipedal culture. There's a lot of moments. Okay, when are we getting to the part where we talk about the IKEA furniture? So we thought, here we go. So we thought, wouldn't it be quite funny have a guidebook, a bit like when you're making some IKEA furniture. Something where he can sort of follow the rules, but it's sometimes a bit confusing for Harry or the other aliens to understand the nuances of life on Earth. Well, welcome to the rest of the club. None of us know how the fuck life works on Earth.
And the thing I never understand about IKEA furniture is written in the land of origin. You know, it's a table, but they call it a jung.
Yeah, all the crazy names. You know, like I'm looking for us toy collectors. Yeah, we know all the terminology. Like, yeah, I'm looking for a Detolf and another Billy and another Besta. I'm like, well, what?
Yeah, I need another plunge to go into this doohick, into this Lada Dottie, and then of course it's supposed to insert it into this Pacha Pacha, and of course after we put the Pacha Pacha,
Deadpool played into that. Yeah,
ding dong in order to connect it all together.
right.
And, I got a ding dong to connect it all together.
Oh yeah, if you're happy and you know it,
tap your shit.
I
Yeah,
think that's yeah.
Is would we say that IKEA terminology is worse than Starbucks terminology?
Yes.
Yes.
God,
could you imagine a Starbucks
large, venti, and the fuck is the other one that they use?
Yeah. Venti, Grande, I can't remember the other ones.
Yeah.
There's
could you imagine if they had a Starbucks?
Grande, and then there's the large.
Grande is the large.
I'm sorry, hon?
I'm sorry?
Grande is the large.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, hon, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yeah, Venti.
Ask her if she wants a jug.
Trenta was the word I was looking for.
Trent Reznor?
Trenta, yeah, it tastes like 9-inch nails, man.
I bet it does. Let me tell you something. IKEA furniture could use some 9-inch nails, that's for sure.
Yeah, it together any other way.
So anyway, in particular, the designer focused on how furniture construction, I love how we try to get back to the article, construction guides will give you direct instructions on how to turn screws or how to assemble parts, trying to work out what the visual language is to how you assemble things. He teases the upcoming title sequence that, quote, involve going through many old manuals and math equations to try to make it look more complex. Okay, so apparently this is coming up on this next episode of the
Resident Alien.
Of the Resident Alien. So, could you imagine if they had a Starbucks inside of an IKEA?
If they had a Starbucks in an IKEA, well then,
you need a translator.
It wouldn't be tall and venti and troglodyte or whatever the hell they call it. It would be jung and bong or something.
No, it's like yes. I'd like a.
Can I get a bong?
I'd like a Americano, half-caste skinny latte on a jung.
There we go.
With a bong. With a bong. What?
I would like a caramel macchiato and a bong, please.
Is that
and make sure that when you get the bong, can I get 2 shots of red eye in that bong? Because that would be really good if I can get it served up in a venti bong.
Yes. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound.
Or can I get it in an extra large jung?
No. Go back to the venti bong. That sounds good. Venti bong sounds pretty good. You know what? Why don't they have that? Why don't they have coffee infused pot?
Do you know what? I'm going to tell you something. They do.
Do they really?
They've
got everything infused pot now that it's legal in Illinois.
But some do it better than others, and there are products that you would sit there and you'd eat this and you would say, "Yeah, where's the weed?" You're like, okay, and but they do get coffee infused tea. I mean, reefer infused tea. They do have weed infused coffee. They do have weed infused chocolate, weed infused butter.
Chocolate, duh. I mean, we've all seen those episodes where it's like, I took the brownies. Oh no, they took the brownies.
Yeah, these edibles ain't shit. Yeah, and then a half hour later, yeah.
These edibles ain't shit until half an hour.
And then you're walking on a wall, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
where the woman went to.
I mean, weren't there episodes even as far back as like Happy Days where they did
Now,
that?
there was an episode of Taxi where Jim Ignatowski made cookies with coca leaves in them. No. Latka made cookies with coca leaves in them. And then Jim Ignatowski found out, and everyone was high and nobody knew it.
I could have swore there's been some other sitcoms, like all the way
No,
back in like the 70s or the 80s.
Have suggested and hinted at the infused brownies and the infused, weed products and everything, or the very popular premise to many 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s.
All I know is I blame all my junk problems on crocodiles. They have killed too many in the last 40 years.
Oh yeah.
Not the gay people, the crocodiles people.
The crocodiles, not the gay crocodiles either. So
see, now that'd be maybe that explains everything. He's afraid of the gay.
You think they're gay crocodiles? I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, here's another edition of Queer Duck. Oh my gay God, So yeah. By the way, that is a cartoon. Queer Duck is a cartoon, and Duck does date a crocodile who yells out, "Oh my gay God!" And
well, he's got a long snapper, that's for sure.
No, you're right. You're right. So if you want to take a dare on Jive and Ivan's tip, go to YouTube and check out Queer Duck, and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna say, "What the hell?"
Now you're gonna stop with the swearing. It's what the fuck. We swear in this show.
Oh, I know. I'm trying not to do too much because Julie here is trying real hard not to swear for Lent, which of course has been an abysmal failure.
It's been a fucking disaster, is what it's been.
That's fucking.
Oh, bullshit!
Can I tell you something? This 40 days thing is silly. You guys are all. I don't know how you guys can go. You guys are bad negotiators. How'd you let him get away with that? 40
days. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not the brick and mortar religious guy, so you know what?
Well, I mean, look. All I know is,
if I feel like eating fish on Friday, I'll eat fish on Friday just because my love makes fish on Friday. But if I had a choice between having fish or having a juicy burger, I'm going for the burger. Okay.
Well, you like snapper either way.
By many leaps and bounds, I'm probably going to go to hell.
Very tasty.
Yeah. You know what? Hey.
Sorry, you were saying, Jeff?
I'm just confused because your book came from my book, and everything in my book only goes about a week or two. Your book seems to have this fascination with longer.
Oh yeah, everything is long in my book, man. Are you kidding? That is a roadmap. That is a roadmap.
I'm telling you right now.
As
the resident,
even sin.
as the resident Jew on this show, there is no way Jews would never allow anything to go 40 damn days. There's just no way in hell that would ever happen. None. I mean, after 40 years of the desert, fuck no, we're not doing that shit. No way. No way in hell are we doing 40 days.
Okay, being the resident aspectarian in the group here, which of course, the universe and everything, no brick and mortar church to speak of, but I honor the sensibilities of all religions and everything like that. But if I had a choice, I want to have 8 days of Hanukkah against 1 day of Christmas.
Well, technically, you all got 20. Get 12. Here's the real trick. The real trick to all of that stuff is you want to be a Jews for Jesus. Because you get the 8 days of Hanukkah and the 12 days of Christmas. Those fuckers get 20 damn days.
Wow, what a gig! Jews for Jesus. That's kind of like Cars for Kids. I just want to be a Jew for Jesus. I just want to be a Jew for Jesus. Yeah. I get 20 days with Jews for Jesus.
We gotta be careful of this. Yeah.
You've been hearing that commercial too much, Ivan.
Yeah, dude, most of the that's not even the right tune.
I have to mute the radio every time that ad comes up.
And the thing about it is that I watch old television, and they show the same fucking 5 commercials all day long.
Well, maybe
Remember,
you should watch new television.
And then find some streaming so you don't have to watch ads.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I got
watch-
I'm too lazy to watch it. My bad. I'll take responsibility for it.
Do they have the Empire ad with the Bristol Cars Pro shampoo and all that other bullshit and the Michael Jordan basketball still, or no?
No, but lately I've noticed that Shaq's gig with the General has been changed. Okay, because I guess for years and years and years, I guess the General Insurance, they were kind of cited for being that insurance company that nobody took seriously, because here you've got Shaq in an animated car with a General driving, and come to the General and save some time. Now they got Shaq doing like a small portrayal, and of course guys coming back saying, hey, you remember when you told us about going to the General for insurance, and we didn't take you seriously because we didn't take the commercials seriously, but now we find out that they've been around for 60 years, and now they're trying to wipe away.
Make them sound legit.
It can't be any worse than whatchamacallit, the Eagle Insurance ad
No, yeah.
with the one where they got Mancow and he looks like he's in an accident. And then it's Irma Blanco with 2 eggs, and it's like, you can't beat these, and they look like boobs.
Yeah.
I've got
That
something
ass.
for you.
Why, look at those low rates.
You can't beat these.
You can't beat these.
I gotta tell you,
You know who
every time I listen to Mancow, oh, the Cuban bombshell, Irma Blanco, I read, how can I say? There's a reason why some people are on radio. And all I know is that I don't know that I would look. I'm the last person to say anything, but let's just say Cuban bombshell, more like Cuban bomb. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! I'm not gonna.
Although then again, she did have 2 big bombs. I will admit that she had 2 big bombs. There's no question to that.
Would she be in the IKEA instructions on Sci-Fi?
Yeah, they show you how to interchange.
Yeah, she had some jungs.
She had some jungs and a muh.
Yeah, and she was very grande vente.
Right, and she wore an alligator print shirt.
Maybe. She definitely had a snapper, that's for sure. Okay, Mike, what do we got? I see something about a saw with blades.
All right. So this is from My Modern Met. Cyclist replaces tires on his bike with sawmill blades so he can ride on a frozen lake.
Yes.
So just be sure that you're safely and securely on that seat, because
that cuts me up.
Yeah. During the winter months, many lakes around the world freeze over due to sub-zero temperatures. For those who are brave enough, this provides an exciting new surface to explore by foot on ice skates. However, for a product hacking engineer known as the Q, not the Q Continuum from Star Trek, the icy terrain is an opportunity to get dangerously creative. The innovative Daredevil decided to replace his bicycle wheels with circular sawmill blades so he could ride on the ice. And he calls his invention the Icy Sickle. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So when he
That's
first
worse
went out
than
on the
an
icy
IKEA.
lake, the sharp blades cut straight through the ice and made it impossible to ride on the surface. In a bid to fix the issue, the clever engineer took his bike back to the workshop and added additional metal parts to each of the blades. His second outing was a success. A video posted on YouTube shows the courageous cyclist riding on the lake's surface with ease.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
So, yeah, but just want to be sure you don't... Oh, man, that just looked dangerous. Just like, don't fall off that seat, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. You're gonna...
Watch out for that lake.
Yeah. Yikes. But, I mean, it looks like just 2 huge saw blades instead of the tires. And that looks totally dangerous.
You think?
Yeah, that doesn't seem... And there's no guards on it. He's got no guardrails. Like on your older bikes, you got, like, protective rails so the mud don't slap up against your face,
Oh yeah, the fenders and things.
Yeah, right. The fenders. No, there's no fenders between the blades and just the blades and the frame and the seat.
Oh my
That's
God! Try falling down on that shit and see if that doesn't cut you to pieces.
Yeah,
No, I don't think so.
that's scary, man. But
I didn't think so.
No, some people do crazy shit for fun. Let's see.
Yeah,
Again,
they do.
these stories are on the Squares of the Round Table Facebook page that you can find. Like, for example, stuff about Wonder Woman and if she had to use a scrunchie. The South Park vaccination special. We talk about that, and so much more, including a Florida woman. We got Florida woman dresses up as a granny to get COVID vaccine.
Oh, that's been going around a lot lately.
this sounds like a Wayans Brothers film.
Waiting to happen.
Two Florida women were caught impersonating old women while trying to receive their second coronavirus vaccine. Wait, they got the first one?
Wow.
Their second coronavirus vaccines this week. So they had the first one. So they got the first shot, and now they got caught for the second shot? Don't they have to kind of get the second shot anyway? Anyway, all right. So according to the director of Florida Department of Health in Orange County, the women were dressed up as grannies. They came to the vaccination site in Orange County Convention Center wearing bonnets, gloves, and glasses in an attempt to receive the vaccine, says Dr. Raul Pino in a press conference. According to the sheriff's office, the women's were 40. The women's.
I'm
So good with that.
Florida
The
women's.
Yeah, the Florida women's were 44 and 34. Both women had valid vaccine cards for their first shot, and then they were denied a second shot while dressed up because their birth dates on their ID cards did not match the dates that they used to register for the appointments. Health officials do not know how the women were able to get their vaccine shots in the first place and whether they dressed up then as well. They had according to the quote, they had a valid citizen card with vaccination. So part of the findings that we have to do is, were they really vaccinated by us? When? Who vaccinated? What happened? When? What time? No shit. Those are all things I'd like to know. The department has increased security around the site. Well, gee, thanks. Now, yeah. This is the hottest commodity out there right now. Nope, not hotter than pot and sex. Sorry.
And tacos.
Let's see. And apparently gators or
Yeah,
crocodiles,
they're
or whatever the hell
crocodiles killing people in Queensland.
Yes. We have to be very, very careful with the funds and resources that we provided. Pino says that they are looking into whether there's some sort of loophole in the process or the women had to get help on the inside to get their first dose. For whether there have been more, like I said. So basically, this happened with the Florida women. The more amazing part is really, in reality, it to me is, don't you kind of, well, okay, this is not really a comic thing.
I haven't touched, get in line to get the vaccine, okay?
All right. Wait, this is vaccine? I thought it was ice cream. Shit.
I thought it was obscene. I thought it was going for porn.
I don't know about obscene. What the fuck do you know about obscene? Melvin doesn't even have a penis anymore.
Man, that was pretty obscene.
This isn't the old country buffet line.
No.
No, that's down around the corner. But wait, that's not the old country buffet.
Wait,
it's the corral now.
Where's the fucking
what do you mean?
Jenga
What do you mean? I'm
cobbler?
in my 30s. What do you?
Where the fuck's
you
the
old
Jenga
man.
cobbler? What the fuck? I need a vente latte skinny calf motherfucker. That's what I need. In a dong.
In a dong, whooping a booty, do.
Let's see what else.
Speaking of waiting in line, Taco Bell has now joined the chicken sandwich wars with a new taco. Now, I just saw the ad the other day for the new McDonald's chicken sandwiches, and I'll give them a try. But first it was Popeyes. I mean, this happened a year ago. This is before the Rona hit. A year ago, this shit happened with Popeye and the marketing campaign, and no one could get a chicken sandwich from Popeyes for months. Yeah. So now Taco Bell is getting in on the insanity with the latest offering, a chicken sandwich taco. The new item...
I got a bone to pick with Taco Bell. That $5 box thing, you cannot order that at drive-thru.
Why not?
You have to order it on the app or online to get the $5 box with all where you can do like
so
the match and all that
promo.
shit.
That's a promo for the app. Okay.
Oh.
You cannot get it in the drive-thru, which is bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Sorry. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Well, the new item is exactly what it sounds like, a chicken sandwich turned into a taco. For the meat, an all-white meat chicken is marinated in jalapeno buttermilk before being seasoned with signature Taco Bell seasonings. It's then rolled into a tortilla chip breading. The chicken is then placed into a taco shell made out of a new bread item the chain is calling puffy bread. Almost like a pita, kind of.
Yeah, this is a fucking pita.
It's fucking pita.
Yeah.
It's a pita.
Taco Bell's chicken sandwich tacos will be available in two different ways, regular and spicy. Both kinds include the restaurant's signature creamy chipotle sauce, while the spicy variant includes sliced jalapenos. Starting March 11th, Taco Bell will be testing the item at select Taco Bell locations in Nashville and Charlotte. The items will then receive a national rollout at some point later in the year at the fast food restaurant looks to make its mark on the ever-growing chicken sandwich market.
This is... Okay.
Taco
Taco Bell get me so freaking mad. You can roll out this bullshit, but we can't have Mexican pizza no more.
Nope.
We can't have Mexican pizza. They don't even have taco salads anymore. You know that?
Yeah, they got rid of the Nachos Supreme, where instead you can just get the chips and cheese or the Nachos Belgrande.
Right. Well, and then
That's
and
what
then
I
the other
miss.
thing is,
Yeah, I miss
you know what
that.
else? And all the chicken burrito stuff's gone too. I mean, what the fuck? And then to top it off, this is not like the puffy taco. This is a fucking pita. Why don't you just put it in a chalupa like thing?
Everybody's trying to do something new with what they got, man.
So wait, let me see if I understand this correctly. It's basically, okay, we're gonna have a pita. And we're gonna take a big piece of chicken
Just
and
a
just
piece of
fucking
chicken,
drop it
yeah.
in there. And just drop it in there.
With their signature, that spicy sauce, I think they use it in the
And I'm sure
the
they'll probably
quesadillas that I like.
Yeah, they'll probably throw in like the tomatoes and the lettuce. And,
No.
It doesn't look like
Nope.
it.
Just add
No?
Not for the
jalapenos to make it
picture.
spicy. That's it.
No, yeah, that for the picture. You think they would have chopped it up like all fried like that, and then put in like, see if they had done it like that. What Ivan was talking about, like if they had like the tomatoes and the lettuce, and it was chopped
the
up.
solid cream, chopped up real nice, not inside of
Yeah.
breading, but just
Oh
chicken in
yeah,
there.
no.
I'd be all over it.
Right.
I'd be all
Well,
over it.
Here's a better idea. How about you just keep extending to like the Bacon Club Chalupa that they keep running lately? That's been really good. That thing's phenomenal. Only thing is that thing's like $5. It's like, really?
Well,
Why
yeah.
chalupas get so damn expensive? That's ridiculous.
It's all the bread, man.
What I mean,
It's all the bread. I don't know. I guess.
so
So-
what? Does
so
anybody get
are
this
you-
thing?
Are you going to try it?
No,
I gonna try
don't
it?
think I am.
I think I'm gonna try it.
No, fuck
I'd
that.
have to try it.
No, if
There's
I want a
no-
chicken sandwich, I'll get a chicken
I want
sandwich.
to try the McDonald's.
I don't need a chicken
then I
sandwich.
want-
Well, yeah, the McDonald's one I'll try.
Yeah,
This-
so I'm gonna try the McDonald's one, then I'll try the Taco Bell one just for shits and giggles and kind of compare notes, see if it holds up against the
See,
Popeyes.
here's the problem. Like, I was at a McDonald's drive-thru the other day and drove through and I saw it. Here's the problem. All these people keep trying to be in the chicken wars thing, and I can't help but notice that, like, all their damn chicken sandwiches are priced more than the Popeye sandwich. Popeye sandwich is like $4. That's it.
Well,
That's it.
because
$4.
I think what it is that Popeye's chicken is just that chicken. It's a chicken franchise. That's
And
their
it's not
main
as widespread as Popeyes. All the other franchises are more omnipresent.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So you got something that's out there. Okay, Taco Bell is just jumping in with both feet. But of course, and of course, just like that, McDonald's is always taking hits from what everybody else is doing, and they come up with their own thing. I mean, they've had chicken sandwiches before at McDonald's,
Yeah.
but these are
Sure.
supposed to be comparatively larger portions, and of course, their own type of sensibility. But yeah, you know what? If I could if Taco Bell was to do the chicken with all of the fixings like that, I'd be more inclined to eat my chicken
Well, right.
chalupa thing that way than just to have it just a big hunk of chicken wrapped up in a pita, because that's what it is. It's a chicken wrapped up in a pita.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I took one
Okay,
look at them like,
so where's the excitement in that? That I can make at
forget
home.
this. I was going to say that. Thank you. That was my comment. I can make this shit at home. I
I
don't
can
need
make
them
this shit
for
at home.
this.
I can make it healthier at home. I don't have to have the breaded chicken. I can get the
Are you
pita,
kidding me?
throw the
I
chicken
can
on there,
make this.
throw some barbecue sauce on that, and do you know that's even healthy? That's healthy.
I can make front healthy. I can make this like I need a defibrillator at home.
Yeah.
Clear.
I can make this.
I need
Yeah,
this way.
I can make this where I need to have Pepto next to me. Add some bacon, add some cheese, and
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
know.
I mean, for me, if I could go ahead and have my chicken pita thing that way, that'd be all great. But now just to go ahead and kind of follow suit with the whole breaded chicken in a pita thing, I failed to see.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got just the thing. This is what. See now, this next story is what Taco Bell should do with what they're going to put. How they're gonna put their chicken in. Now this would get everyone to buy it. Okay. This from Fox 59 in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Customs inspectors find cocaine-coated cornflakes in Ohio.
Whoa.
Wow, they're great.
No, just great. They're
The real
great,
sugar
man.
frosted flakes, dog.
See now, if you coated the chicken in that shit, people would eat it all the time. You could do the IKEA. You'd be willing to put together the thing in the IKEA thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
If
God.
you do
Can
that.
you imagine?
Then you can bring back the original Coke with the cocaine in it
Yeah.
to go with it.
Customs inspectors, customs authorities in Ohio say they intercepted a shipment of cereal earlier this month with special frosting, cocaine. Customs,
Flakes, they're great.
yeah, snap, crackle, boom.
That- yeah.
Yeah, actually, snap, crackle, boing. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers in Cincinnati reported finding 44 pounds of cocaine-coated cornflakes that had been shipped from South America to a Hong Kong home. Officials said a narcotics detection dog named Biko. Yeah, Biko is fucking all hammed up. Eating a whole bunch of cornflakes fried. Was checking out an incoming freight from Peru on February 13th when he alerted the officers of the package. Officers found that the cereal contained white powder and the flakes were coated in a grayish substance. Both tested positive for cocaine. The Cincinnati Port Director Richard Gillespie said smugglers will try to hide narcotics in anything imaginable, but vowed that inspectors will use their training and intuition and skills and strategic skills to stop such shipments and make sure they're not part of a good breakfast. I don't know.
Does it come with the toast and the orange juice
Yeah, really, seriously.
on the part of this? Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you,
Part of
if
your,
Taco,
your breakfast, part of your best breakfast or some shit.
let
like
me
that.
tell you something. If Taco
What?
Bell coated that chicken with that, they would be.
And now
There
Taco
you
Bell Coca Chicken is available. Taco Bell. That's right. It's Coca. It's chicken. It's Coca chicken in a pita. That's right. Coca chicken. Come on over there. It'll be maddening. But you can't have just one. Coca chicken Taco Bell.
I wonder what would happen
Yo
if
quiero
you...
cocaine tacos.
Yo quiero
Yeah.
cocaine tacos.
Wow,
Híjole.
cocaine
Yo
tacos.
quiero cocaine tacos. Yo quiero tacos cocaine.
Now, can you get those at
Oui,
IKEA,
oui.
though? Will they come with IKEA instructions on how to add the cocaine cornflakes to your tacos?
Actually, they
What
come
happens if you
with
pour the milk
packaged
in?
shakers called Mugu, and you get the shakers packaged Mugu over at IKEA, and then you put the cocaine in the Mugu containers, and then you shake that Mugu over your chicken and your pita, and you're ready to go, man.
And that makes goo-goo.
A cuckoo, a Mugu that makes you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
If you're happy and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Have some cornflakes.
Yeah, seriously.
And make your day great again. There you go.
You know, that would have probably brought back Daft Punk, who's splitting after 28 years. So there we go.
See, that bums me out, man. Daft Punk is calling it quits, but it's 28 years, man. That's longer than a lot of acts of its kinds have ever made it. You know, because
like a Legend of the Phoenix. We're all to get lucky, except for Daft Punk. 28 years.
There you go. Yep, lucky. They got lucky by getting lucky, but now that they've gotten lucky, now they're taking that luck elsewhere. Yep.
So, in more food news this week, Canadians are trying to figure out why that their butter seems harder than usual.
Depends on how they're churning it.
The mystery started with a tweet and has since launched a full-on investigation. Like so many things in the past decade, this started with a tweet. Something is up with our butter supply, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Canadian cookbook author and food writer Julie Van Rosendaal posted on earlier this month. Last month, have you noticed it's no longer soft at room temperature? Watery? Rubbery? More than 200 people responded, and a lot of them expressed their similar concerns about the meltability, spreadability, and overall butterability of this always essential ingredient.
Well, if they keep milking cows that look like the Experience Boost cow, that might be a problem.
Have some cornflakes.
She kept her word about investigating it. Her concerns seem to have prompted a lot of follow-up questions. She's prompted dozens of other Canadians to look into their fridges and see what's happening with their own sticks of butter.
Is it turning purple?
No. In a column for the Globe and Mail, Van Rosendaal hypothesized that increased pandemic-era demand and supply chain distributions could have affected the kind and composition of livestock feed. Some industry experts have suggested that farmers could be adding palm fats to the feed, which increases the amount of fat in the resulting milk and cream. Explaining the effect of these high palmitic acid content fats on cow's milk is quite complicated. And you can read Van Rosendaal's article for all the details, but basically higher percentages of palmitic acid in the milk can increase the melting point of whatever dairy products made from it. So,
oh my gosh, somebody can really get off on some of that acid, right?
Yeah, acid in the butter, man.
There's acid in the butter, and there's cocaine in the cornflakes, man.
I'm not going in there. There's crocodiles, man.
I'll be so wasted.
Yeah. There's crocodiles, man.
Oh my gosh, boxing kangaroos, dude. Oh.
Yeah, you know what else there is? Camels.
Camels?
Yeah, there's camels. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff on our Squares of the Round Table Facebook page. Things about that Edgar Wright might be remaking The Running Man, that Brian Michael Bendis is taking over Justice League, or things like a dozen camels disqualified from Saudi beauty pageant over Botox injections. This apparently is, by the way, this is from 2018. Some pageant contestants hit the hump in the road this week. Wow, that's bad. That is a camel beauty contest in Saudi Arabia, disqualified a dozen camels for receiving Botox injections to make them more attractive. Have some cornflakes.
What day is it?
Saudi media.
You know what day it is? That's right. I'm stoned on Botox. What day is it? Come on, you know
Saudi media reported that a veterinarian was caught performing plastic surgery on the camels. A few days. They have a plastic surgeon for camels. A few days before the pageant, according to the AUE's The National. In addition to the injections, the clinic was surgically reducing the size of the animal's ears to make them appear more delicate. They used the Botox for the lips, the nose, the upper lips, the lower lips, and even the jaw.
What are they? Are they going to be for displaying, or are they for dating? What the fuck is going on here? I mean,
okay, it makes the head more inflated so that the camel comes. It's like, oh, look at how big the head is. Look, it has big lips and a big nose. I'm not even gonna go into what that could possibly be like. Okay, real money is at stake apparently about 57 million is awarded to the winners of the contest in camel races, with more than 31.8 million in prizes just for the pageants. Wow, holy cow! Who knew? And I need to raise camels. Fuck me. That with a camel. But anyway, you get the idea. The festival provides a number of graphics about camels, including a diagram titled "The Standards of the Camel Beauty." It said unspecific about what makes for handsome nostrils and withers, though it does mention a leathery mouth. Yikes. Okay, I'm done reading this. I'm not going any further.
I think they need to do a parody of that Best in Show, like the dog show comedy they did, but just do it with the camels.
Do it with the camels.
Yeah, camel beauty pageant.
No.
That way they got
I'm not doing
rouge on their
with the
cheeks
camel.
and maybe wigs and stuff, and the Botox
I don't know
lip.
if I'm going to want to do anything with a camel, especially when it's hump day.
Mike.
That's right.
Well, that's,
What day is it? What day is it? Come on. You know.
yeah.
Going for my Botox treatment. That's right.
So, like I said, though, there's that. There's that
it.
story. There's apparently Spider-Man 3 has a title. George Lucas is back with Lucas. We've heard about a whole bunch of stuff, and trying to find our last, if we have any more articles.
I have another one here. This one from Screen Geek. You can now stay the night in a house that inspired The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Now, I never watched the movie The Conjuring. One of the most notorious movies in recent horror film history has been The Conjuring. Based on a real-life paranormal investigation, Rhode Island house was inspired by a landmark. As such, its current owners are currently offering those interested to stay at the iconic Conjuring house, and to stay as to pay $125 per person. This gains the individual access to stay in the house and surrounding grounds from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's not a bed and breakfast. It's not a hotel. It's a haunted house. We have cats that people can rest on. We have cots that people can rest on. Adding to the
cats?
Not cats. No. I think the cats are like, nope, I'm out of here. So yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of fun. It does look like a haunted barn. No.
Yeah, well, maybe if I had the cocaine cornflakes, it would.
And if
fun.
I had the chicken taco sandwich, maybe, or some of that Canadian butter.
Yeah, maybe at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not a horror person. I've never been like a horror film guy. I know. No. I know neither of you guys have been either.
No, not really. No.
How about you, Ivan?
I think we lost him.
No, I'm here.
Oh yeah, hi, Ivan. How are you?
Ivan!
I'm here.
Okay.
Are
you a horror film fan, Ivan?
Am I a horror film fanatic? I'm not real into the bloody and the gory and the nasty. I'm more of a classic horror film buff, but yeah. But if it gets too nasty, like the Texas Chain Massacre and shit like that. I'm like,
Texas Chain Massacre. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
The Texas Chain Massacre.
Yeah, that was a good
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what
one. Okay. But one bloody movie I really enjoyed was RoboCop. And so now,
yeah,
according to the Metro Times, 10 years later, a decade later, Detroit's crowd-funded RoboCop statue is finally complete. But they don't know where to put it yet.
Yeah,
up their asses if they don't find a location.
In the spring of 2011, Brandon Wally and Jerry Pattendorf were hard at work in Corktown, starting with 2 long vacant houses near Michigan Central Station. Their group, Imagination Station, had dedicated itself to commissioning local public art projects. They had already helped make a few attention-getting pieces of reality, such as the Hygienic Dress League sign, blah, blah, blah. But then 10 years ago this month, some wag tweeted at Detroit Mayor Dave Bing that Detroit needed a statue of RoboCop. The reason? Philadelphia has a statue of Rocky, and RoboCop would kick Rocky's ass. Well, but.
Okay.
Wow, another reason why to waste money.
I'd throw $10 at this project. I'm not even going to go to Detroit. The post lit up social networking, prompting the creation of a fan page blaring, "Detroit needs a RoboCop statue." It gave hundreds of people something to like and laugh about or even to scorn. But within 24 hours it went viral, and I don't remember whether I called Jerry or Jerry called me, but a light bulb went off. We were like, whoa, we could totally create a big buzz and gain a lot of attention for what we're doing. We might be able to take it to the next level. But their instincts hit instant pay dirt. Within 3 days, their crowdfunding appeal for funding a statue of RoboCop had raised more than $17,000 from more than 900 backers worldwide. Heck, soon Funny or Die released a video of RoboCop lead actor Peter Weller riffing on the project. But by the time the funding drive was over, 6 weeks later, more than 2,700 backers had pledged more than $65,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Dead or alive, we're making the statue. At a time when crowdfunding projects was novel, this kind of off-the-charts response drew widespread publicity, favorable and critical. But most people, of course, were dazzled by the money they'd poured in. But at least a few wondered aloud why, in a resource-strapped city, literally on the verge of bankruptcy, it was such a cinch to fund a pricey, irreverent pop culture project.
Because people like that shit.
Yeah, because we're the internet. We'll,
we can do that.
You get a stupid idea of something that's kind of funny. People will throw $5 at it just because they'll.
Because fuck hospitals and important shit. Yeah. We want RoboCop statues.
Yeah, we want RoboCop statues, exactly.
Yeah, we want to put our money there. Yeah,
So, the article goes on about how they're making a statue, but he can. This is a long article about how they made us.
Yeah.
But I said it looked like the statue is about. I see these 2 people sitting on top of it, but it looks like, I don't know, does it say even how tall it is? I mean, it looks like about standard 10 or 12 feet. But yeah, describing the group's plans, he explains the statue will be tipped on its side, carried to the back door with 2 forklifts. Yeah, it's big. It's getting built indoors, but once it's done, they need to once they remove it from the building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very interesting.
But,
while that's going on,
yeah.
While that's going on, from the New York Post, bizarre sea penis gets a rise out of social media.
Oh my goodness! And the article, the photo on the article, speaks for itself.
Yes. Okay. It's the new Moby Dick. An Australian freediver has social media in a sophomoric stitches after sharing a picture of a bizarre penis-shaped creature on Facebook.
I saw those.
Seems to bring a lot of happiness, wrote Josie Jones. Above photo of a oceanic phallus, which she encountered on the sea floor of Rye Front Beach in Victoria, James Press reported. Hold on, gotta read more. Let's see if we can get more. Not sure what quite to make of the sea penis. The Oceanic Explorer shared the pic to a local marine research Facebook group on Tuesday. Biologists were quick to point out that the marine manhood is in fact
water weenie.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this word. It's
Priapolita?
Yeah, whatever that was.
Phallus polata.
A type of unsegmented worm that resides at the bottom of the ocean. Sounds about right. Sounds like a sea penis.
Sea penis.
Named after Priapus, the Greek god of the male generative power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wonder. It resembles to a phallus, becomes all the more evident its penchant for discharging its eggs and sperm into the sea, according to the encyclopedia.com. That sounds like guys. Okay. We have over 160 species living under our pier, said Jones, who cleans the beaches and local waters to improve the water quality from the marine life. How come we never saw a sea penis in, like, the shed? How come okay, here's the dolphins,
can you imagine
here's the sea otters. Where's the sea penis?
Going, teacher, what's that water wee doing in there?
Oh, it's just spreading its sperm and eggs all over the ocean, no problem. What? It's doing natural biological things.
Fish are getting annoyed.
As you can take a wild guess, the internet has had a lot of fun with this particular piece. So the sea penis is alive and well. I think we only have one more possibility for the rest of the evening.
I've got a photograph here. It's from, I don't have the article, but it's just from another Facebook group. It's from the Tulsa Midtown Neighbors. This seemed like some neighborhood watch group. But someone posted on their Facebook page, apparently from a neighbor at 7:20 p.m., saying, "Please be on the lookout. Neighbors were driving down 41st Street, right by Whole Foods. This guy was walking east down 41st in what appeared to be a costume, but he's got closer. He looked like army fatigues. He's holding some kind of rifle. We called 911 immediately." The guy's dressed up as Boba Fett.
Nice. This is the way.
He's just a simple man making his way through Tulsa.
Okay. He wanted to come in and make a real big bang.
Looking for Solo.
All right.
In Tulsa.
Yeah. All right. And finally, so apparently there's going to be some new Scooby-Doo features. Ivan, would you like to take a guess as to who they are bringing? You know, Scooby-Doo over the years has had some interesting guest star appearances.
A lot of crossovers
from different people. A lot of crossovers. Right. Any guesses? Any guesses to who their latest crossover is with?
Deadpool?
No.
That'd be good, though.
That'd
Especially
be interesting,
if it was
but
R-rated.
no.
That would be a really good Scooby-Doo if I got Deadpool.
Well, I'll say this.
How about Gal Gadot? How about some Wonder Woman?
Nope.
I think they've already had some DC heroes.
Yeah, a long time ago they had Batman. They had Batman stuff like that.
Remember the Batman and Robin
imagine
one.
Yeah, I do. The Batman Robin series. Yeah.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice to you, Ivan. Think real person. Think music.
Pink.
No.
Think 90s rock.
90s rock. Pat Benatar?
No.
Lita Ford?
Nope.
I don't know. Okay, those are a couple of my guesses. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what I saw that I just about died of laughter. Get ready for Scooby-Doo to meet Axl Rose.
What? What?
Are they
Come to this, Axl.
driving down Paradise City, or where the Mystery Machine is going?
An exclusive sneak peek from Entertainment Weekly of Guns N' Roses rocker on Scooby-Doo Guess Who? Well, apparently they've been taking the cocaine cornflakes. Who knew that Axl Rose Apparently, Axl Rose was a pie.
What's he gonna
I don't
do?
know.
He's gonna go on Scooby Doo, and when Velma and the rest of them can't figure it out, Axel's gonna go. They are hiding in Mr. Brownstone.
I don't know about that, but according to this, he is a what? According to this quote, who knew Axl Rose was such a pie? According to this, who knew Axl Rose was such a pie connoisseur? Well, he was certainly a connoisseur of cherry. That's what you'll learn in EW Sneak Peek at the former. I don't know. That's what you'll learn from EW Sneak Peek at the former Guns N' Roses frontman appearance on Boomerang, Scooby-Doo, and Guess Who? Rose joins the Mystery Inc. gang to recover the Mystery Machine, which was stolen while the crew were on a road trip on historic Route 66. In the preview, the Rocker schools the team on how to do an elevated pie tasting.
Okay.
An elevated pie tasting? Is that what I just heard?
Here's a quote from Daphne. Jeepers, I've never seen you two take such tiny bits of pie before. Daphne tells Shaggy and Scooby of their newly acquired refinement. Rose, the latest Boomerang animated series that features continuing roster of celebrity guests, is best known. So yeah, apparently, okay.
Apparently, Axl Rose is teaming up with Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's reached the bottom, folks.
Oh man, wow. Will he be like in? Basically, he's become Don Knotts.
He's become the other bunch of animated musicians of the Hanna-Barbera or now Warner Brothers roster now.
Who was I talking to recently where we had this conversation that basically at one point Don Knotts just basically, I mean, some of the things at the end of the day that Don Knotts did at the end of his career, you're just like, what? What are you doing? Like all those really bad.
Yeah, I like the Apple Dumpling Gang as a kid.
I remember him.
Bad.
I remember him in The Shakiest Gun in the West. I mean, he was with Universal.
The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Universal Studios for a while. Yeah. And he did Shakiest Gun in the West. He did The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. And, of course, the one he did for Warner Brothers, everybody loves that one. Mr. Limpet, you know. The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Well, yeah, but then he went to Disney and he did all these weird... He did, like, the two Apple Dumpling Gang movies and a whole bunch of movies with animals and weird shit.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, Three's Company kind of revived him again.
Yeah, legitimized him as a TV presence.
Yeah. They got his jung back to normal. I don't know.
He got his jung on.
Yeah.
We got one more story, I think, before we can get out of here this week.
Okay.
It's been we played a lot of catch up these last 2 weeks. Now we usually don't. I think I take exception to people dying because it's funny when someone's arrested, someone gets hurt or whatever, someone gets caught doing stupid shit. But this guy, this is a man in India was killed by his own rooster during a cockfight. The rooster has been fitted with a knife for an illegal cockfight, killed its owner in southern India. The bird's owner was impaled in the groin by the knife. As the animal tried to escape, the man died on the way to the hospital from a loss of blood. Just don't, you should use the sea penises instead. If you're going to have a cockfight, go all in.
Yeah, don't play with your cock in public because it will result in death.
That's right. I've heard of this cat juggling. Now, don't tie a knife to a rooster, man. Just you do it with the humane thing, what everyone does, and turn it into a taco chicken sandwich.
Right, with cocaine flakes on top.
That's right.
And with a gator wrapping, and
with a Cuban bombshell.
Yeah, with a Cuban unbombshell.
Just remember one important thing, gentlemen. If you're happy and you know it,
it.
Clap your hands.
Your hands.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
So now we can a round of applause for getting through another week of News of the Squared.
Hey! That's what's going on for dinner.
Oh wait, we didn't do our weekly. We forgot this last time, but we didn't do our weekly Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
Okay. Yep. So
you want to pick one, Jeff?
Tweet of the week.
I can. Hold on a second. I thought I actually had one that was pretty good.
Well,
But
maybe I can
actually.
maybe I can save these hysterical carts that I've unearthed for next week's show.
Yeah, we'll have it on our normal show, Squares Roundtable, for next week.
Yeah, because I found some remnants of a time long ago and far away, including some songs recorded in the old VBX studios. Found a whole bunch of stuff from Weef. I even found some stuff from you and me, Mike.
Oh, neat. Okay. Well, tune in next week we'll give it a try. Jeff, you
All
got
right,
one yet?
hold on. I'm working on it. There's too many good ones.
Okay.
Go on, give me. Oh, here we go. We'll have. This seems like a good one to go. From the Sheik. Never gonna give you up, jabroni. Never gonna let you down, jabroni. Never gonna run around and desert you no good low life. Never gonna make you cry unless you piss me off. Never gonna say goodbye, you dumb son of a bitch. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you unless you go fuck yourself. with me.
Yes. Follow the Iron Sheik on Twitter. That's the first thing you do. You go to Twitter. After you follow the Squares Roundtable podcast on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other platform for that matter.
That's right. And Instagram. Of course, follow these crazy stories on our Facebook page, new Squares Roundtable Facebook page. Of course, we'll have our normal show later in the week, or the following week. Of course, email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com. We can download the show on our usual podcast hosting platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, and a few other smaller ones like Breaker and such. The teeny tiny ones that nobody really cares about. And of course, Ivan is on twitch.tv at Java and Ivan. Jeff is on, he's on everywhere. He's on the Google, YouTube. He's on the Facebook. He's on the Instagram and Twitter at Steinamite Productions.
He's on the mountain yelling, yeah.
Yeah. Check out our crazy stories, and we appreciate you listening, as always.
Yes, we do.
So with that'll do episode 87.
87.
And we are
So
done.
Next week we'll play all the keys when we do episode 88. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm allowed to stinker once in a while. Okay.
Early one morning
Everybody-
while I'm making the rounds. I took a shot of cocaine cornflakes. All right. Adios, everybody. Have a good week.
Taco Bell taco with chicken and a pita and things.
Canadian hard butter.
Yeah. Is it really butter?
No, it's a sea penis.